Good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Norman Stickle, and I am here this morning feeling the need to reach out and talk about healing in layers, peeling back the layers of healing and conditioning of our past, of our experiences, negative, mostly negative, some positive, and what we can do about getting through those layers to be able to get to the raw vulnerability of letting go and moving on and being able to create space for personal growth. And I think it's very important to state that within ourselves, if we take the time for reflection and introspection, quiet time and downtime within those periods of the natural ebb and flow of life, there comes this period of reflection and growth. Being able to look back, as difficult as it may seem and be at times, to somewhat reflect on our past experiences, there is a chance to see it from a different light, from a different perspective of what you did at the time. Because within the stages of healing and releasing and personal growth, it's like peeling back the layers of an onion, and the more you dig down deeper into it, you find a different truth, a different aha moment, and within that comes more exponential growth. And it's very important to our continuing living, our self-evolution, and to be able to really gather what we need to from our lessons in life. If you guys at any point in time feel this helpful, necessary, please like the video, share it if you will. You never know who might need to hear this, and if you would, you can always, I will include a link in the bottom, a link to my Calendly page, where if you are looking at needing guidance or assistance in releasing some of these layers, or have any questions about how I can help you and help walk you through a coaching process or session of what it is like, and maybe what to expect, or you have any questions at all, how it could benefit you in some way or form, please don't hesitate and feel free to do so. I will include the link, like I said, in the description. But that being said, thank you guys for taking the time out and listening to me. For some reason, I've felt very called to do this the last couple of days, and I've been busy, but I've just now kind of gathering myself to be able to do it. So within that, back to the layers of onions, peeling back the layers of healing, of trauma, of conditioning, all the way from when we were in childhood, from things that our subconscious mind has suppressed and doesn't even remember being able to recall. But we are unaware of the fact of why we do things the way we do them. And it goes back to our conditioning, where we formed our values and how we view the world through a lens of what we call our life. And with that being said, if you are willing to put the time and the work in and dig down through a layer and expose the truth and accept it for what it is and learn from it, and dig again and dig again, eventually you will see a glimmer of light at the next layer, and it gets your body and your soul, meaning your essence, your gut feeling, your vibration, who you are as a person, will become lighter. You will find yourself naturally being drawn to different things that you may not have before. It's because you're making space for the old, from the old, and making space for the new. You're clearing out the old, making space for the new. And within that comes personal stints of growth. And that, in my experience, in my opinion, is invaluable, because life is always about learning, and it's about expansion and creating space for something new. And within that, everybody around you should have enough respect for you as a person, as an individual, and hold space for you to be able to do that. And it's not a lot of other people's business exactly what we do and how we heal, because we all process and handle things differently. But if you are willing to go down through the layers of your past, of your healing and whatnot, you will come out on the other side much lighter, much more prepared to view the world through a different set of eyes of positivity. You'll be letting go of the negative conditioning and the negative views that you have around, that you have built around certain things in life. And with that comes freedom. Freedom from being restrained, from having limiting decisions and beliefs that were formed throughout all these situations of growing up, of having people tell you no, that you can't have something, that you can't do that, that is risky. All these things play into our way that we grow or stunt ourselves from making decisions, or not making a decision because somebody said something, or you don't believe this to be true because so-and-so said that, or, we accept things at a certain point in our life when we're young unequivocally to the point of it is true, until we get old enough and we make a transition to where we actually experiment with things and find things out, and then we learn that things may or may not be true. But within that comes the experience. But if we face something and it doesn't work out in our favor, we will typically be put on guard to be able to be put back and go, well, that didn't work out right, I'm not going to do that again. Well, we just then in turn started limiting ourselves and our own true potential. Because if you ask me if anything's possible or if something is possible, I'll say yes. It's our mind and our conditioning that limits us. And within that, our potential, our chance for growth is limited. So I would really urge you guys to take the time to put in the work. As difficult as it may be, and as daunting as it sounds, it is so rewarding to do so on the other side, because of the fact that on the other side of that obstacle of shoving that situation or those conditionings or accepting something for just as it is, on the other side of those limiting decisions and beliefs comes a reward of freedom, of expansion, and of the point of being a different view on the world of an individual that is not going to limit themselves. And that you can actually go through life with a different perspective, more optimistically and unequivocally more open to accepting what comes your way, and more flexibility instead of being more rigid in the way that we do things. We'll have an easier time if we learn to go with the flow of life and the lessons and the situations that come to us and take them at face value for what they are, than having rigidity and a pessimistic view of the world around us. But we'll find it a lot easier to deal and to cope with if we can actually accept these things for what they bring to the table. And by doing so, by putting the work in of being able to let go of the past conditioning and the past traumatic events and the old belief systems and the limiting beliefs and decisions that we've created for ourselves, on the other side of that is a life that you can only dream of, because you want to do something, but yet we're being pushed not to. Our ego says no, stand down. Ego is healthy, but within that, it can be too much because it limits us. It limits our potential. But that's how we are conditioned throughout our life. So if any of you have found this to be helpful in any sort of way, I would again ask you to please like, share this video, And if you feel the need, if this has struck a chord with you, and you have any type of questions or any type of guidance that you would like to talk to me about, please feel free to click the description below, the link to my Calendly page, and book a free strategy session, and take a few minutes out of your time to invest in yourself and to find value in how to let go of the past and embrace the future of the unknown. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great Monday.